People's Democratic Republic of Algeria, or Algeria, is a bit bigger than the Democratic Republic of the Congo. It has a population density of 49.5 people per square mile, or 19.1 people per square kilometer, which is similar to New Zealand. 17.4% of the nation's land is used for agriculture, while 80% is desert. Islam is the official as well as the most common religion, which is followed by 99% of the country. The nation has a median age of 28.9 years, and has a life expectancy of 77.2 years for males, and 78.6 years for females. 72.6% of the population is urban, and 27.4% is rural. The Republic of Angola, or Angola, is almost twice as big as the state of Texas. It has a population density of 68.6 people per square mile, or 26.5 people per square kilometer, which is similar to Brazil. 45.7% of its land is agricultural, and 54.3% is forest. 41.1% of the population is Roman Catholic, and the official language is Portuguese, which is spoken by 71.2% of the nation. It is a median age of 15.9 years, and a life expectancy of 58.9 years for males, and 63 years for females. 65.5% of the population is urban, and 34.5% is rural. Angola has a GNI per capita of $2,230. The Republic of Benin is a bit smaller than the state of Pennsylvania. It has a population density of 293.9 people per square mile, or 113.5 people per square kilometer, which is similar to Turkey. 40% of the nation's land is made up of forests, and 31.3% is used for agriculture. The most common religion is Christianity, which makes up 48.5% of the population, which is followed by Islam, which makes up 27.7% of the nation. The country has a median age of 17 years, as well as a life expectancy of 59.3 years for males, and 62.9 years for females. 52.7% of the country is rural, and 47.3% is urban. Benin has a GNI per capita of $1,280. The Republic of Botswana is a bit bigger than Kenya. It has a population density of 10.9 people per square mile, or 4.2 people per square kilometer, which is similar to Guyana. 45.8% of the nation's land is agricultural, and 19.8% is made up of forests. The country has a median age of 25.7 years, as well as a life expectancy of 62.3 years for males, or 66.4 years for females. 69.4% of the population is urban, and 30.6% is rural. Botswana has a GNI per capita of $6,640. Burkina Faso is a bit bigger than the state of Colorado. It has a population density of 211.7 people per square mile, or 81.7 people per square kilometer, which is similar to Uzbekistan. 44.2% of the nation's land is agricultural, and 19.3% is made up of forestry. French is the official language of the country. It has a median age of 17.9 years. 70.6% of the nation's population is rural, and 29.4% is urban. Burkina Faso has a GNI per capita of $790. The Republic of Burundi is a little bit smaller than the state of Maryland. It has a population density of 1,196.3 people per square mile, or 461.9 people per square kilometer, which is similar to Comoros. 73.3% is used for agriculture, and 6.6% is made up of forests. The most common religion is Christianity, which makes up 93.9% of the population. It has a median age of 17.7 years, as well as a life expectancy of 61 years for females, and 64.3 years for males. 87% of the country is rural, and 13% is urban. Burundi has a GNI per capita of $270. The Republic of Cameroon is about 4 times as big as the state of Pennsylvania. It has a population density of 145 people per square mile, or 56 people per square kilometer, which is similar to Yemen. 41.7% of the country's land is made up of forests, and 20.6% is used for agriculture. French and English are the official languages of the nation, and the most common religion is Christianity, which is followed by 70.7% of the population. It has a median age of 18.5 years, as well as a life expectancy of 60.1 years for males, and 63.4 years for females. 56.4% of the country is urban, and 43.8% is rural. Cameroon has a GNI per capita of $1,500. The Republic of Cabo Verde is a bit bigger than the state of Rhode Island. It has a population density of 310.1 people per square mile, or 119.7 people per square kilometer. 21% of the nation is made up of forests, and 18.6% is used for agriculture. The most common religion is Christianity, which makes up 85.3% of the population, and the official language is Portuguese. It has a median age of 26.8 years, as well as a life expectancy of 75.3 years for females, and 70.6 years for males. 65.7% of the population is urban, and 34.3% is rural. Cape Verde has a GNI per capita of $3,060. The Central African Republic is a bit smaller than the state of Texas. It has a population density of 22.7 people per square mile, or 8.8 people per square kilometer, which is similar to Kazakhstan. 36.2% of the nation is made up of forestry, and 8.1% is agricultural. The most common religion is Christianity, which is followed by 89% of the population. It's a median age of 20 years, as well as a life expectancy of 55.2 years for females, and 52.3 years for males. 58.6% of the nation is rural, and 41.4% is urban. The Central African Republic has a GNI per capita of $510. The Republic of Chad is a little bit more than 3 times as big as the state of California. It has a population density of 36.2 people per square mile, or 14 people per square kilometer, which is similar to Turkmenistan. 39.6% of the country's land is used for agriculture, and 9.1% is made up of forests. It has a median age of 16.1 years, as well as a life expectancy of 56.1 years for males, and 59.7 years for females. 76.9% of the population of the nation is rural, and 23.1% is urban. Chad has a GNI per capita of $660. The Union of Comoros is a bit smaller than Luxembourg. It has a population density of 1,151.5 people per square mile, or 444.9 people per square kilometer, which is similar to Burundi. 84.4% of the nation is used for agriculture, and 1.4% is made up of forests. It has a median age of 20.9 years, as well as a life expectancy of 62.9 years for males, and 67.7 years for females. 71% of the population is rural, and 29% is urban. Comoros has a GNI per capita of $1,450. The Democratic Republic of the Congo is a bit bigger than Saudi Arabia. It's a population density of 119.7 people per square mile, or 46.2 people per square kilometer, which is similar to Mozambique. 67.9% of the nation is made up of forests, and 11.4% is used for agriculture. French is the official language of the country, and the most common religion is Christianity, which makes up 56.6% of the population. It has a median age of 16.7 years, as well as a life expectancy of 62.3 years for females, and 58.9 years for males. 55.5% of the population is rural, and 44.5% is urban. The Democratic Republic of the Congo has a GNI per capita of $550. The Republic of the Congo is around twice as big as the state of Florida. It has a population density of 45.1 people per square mile, or 17.4 people per square kilometer, which is similar to Oman. 65.6% of the country is made up of forestry, and 31.1% is used for agriculture. French is the official language of the nation. It has a median age of 19.5 years, as well as a life expectancy of 62.2 years for females, and 59.5 years for males. 66.9% of the population is urban, and 33.1% is rural. The Republic of the Congo has a GNI per capita of $1,930. The Republic of Djibouti is a bit bigger than Belize. It has a population density of 114.5 people per square mile, or 44.2 people per square kilometer, which is similar to South Africa. 73.4% of the nation's land is used for agriculture, and 0.2% is made up of forests. French and Arabic are the official languages of the country, and the most common religion is Sunni Islam, which makes up 94% of the population. It has a median age of 24.9 years, as well as a life expectancy of 51.8 years for males, and 54.1 years for females. 77.8% of the population is urban, and 22.2% is rural. Djibouti has a GNI per capita of $3,320. The Arab Republic of Egypt is about 3 times as big as the state of New Mexico. It has a population density of 270.9 people per square mile, or 104.6 people per square kilometer, which is similar to Portugal. 3.6% of its land is used for agriculture, and 0.1% is made up of forests. It has a median age of 24.1 years, as well as a life expectancy of 73 years for males, and 75.5 years for females. 57.2% of the country's population is rural, and 42.8% is urban. Egypt has a GNI per capita of $3,000. The Republic of Equatorial Guinea is a little bit smaller than Albania. It has a population density of 143.8 people per square mile, or 55.5 people per square kilometer, which is similar to Cameroon. 57.5% of the nation's land is made up of forestry, and 10.1% is agricultural. 67.6% of the population speaks Spanish. It has a median age of 20.3 years, as well as a life expectancy of 64.1 years for males, and 66.6 years for females. 72.1% of the population is urban, and 27.9% is rural. Equatorial Guinea has a GNI per capita of $5,810. The state of Eritrea is a bit smaller than Malawi. It has a population density of 132.8 people per square mile, or 51.3 people per square kilometer, which is similar to Estonia. 75.1% of its land is used for agriculture, and 15.1% is forests. It has a median age of 20.3 years, as well as a life expectancy of 63.3 years for males, and 68.5 years for females. 59.9% of the country's population is rural, and 40.1% is urban. Eritrea has a GNI per capita of $325. Kingdom of Eswatini is a bit smaller than the state of New Jersey. It has a population density of 169.2 people per square mile, or 65.3 people per square kilometer, which is similar to Croatia. 68.3% of the country's land is used for agriculture, and 31.7% is made up of forests. The most common religion is Christianity, which makes up 90% of the nation. It has a median age of 23.7 years, as well as a life expectancy of 60 years for females, and 55.8 years for males. 76.2% of the population is rural, and 23.8% is urban. Eswatini has a GNI per capita of $3,580. The Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia is about twice as big as the state of Texas. It has a population density of 260.8 people per square mile, or 100.7 people per square kilometer, which is similar to Portugal. 36.3% of the nation's land is used for agriculture, and 12.2% is made up of forests. The most common religion is Christianity, which is followed by 67.3% of the country. It has a median age of 19.8 years, as well as a life expectancy of 69.2 years for females, and 65 years for males. 79.2% of the population is rural, and 20.8% is urban. Ethiopia has a GNI per capita of $890. The Gabonese Republic is a little bit smaller than the state of Colorado. It has a population density of 22.3 people per square mile, or 8.6 people per square kilometer, which is similar to the Central African Republic. 81% of the country's land land is made up of forests, and 19% is agricultural. The most common religion is Christianity, which makes up 82% of the population. It has a median age of 21 years, as well as a life expectancy of 70.2 years for females, and 66.8 years for males. 89.4% of the nation is urban, and 10.6% is rural. Gabon has a GNI per capita of $6,970. The Republic of the Gambia is a bit bigger than Jamaica. It has a population density of 674.8 people per square mile, or 260.5 people per square kilometer, which is similar to the United Kingdom. 56.1% of the land is used for agriculture, and 43.9% is made up of forestry. English is the official language of the nation, and the most common religion is Islam, which is followed by 96.4% of the country. It has a median age of 21.8 years, as well as a life expectancy of 68 years for females, and 63.2 years for males. 61.3% of the population is urban, and 38.7% is rural. The Gambia has a GNI per capita of $750. The Republic of Ghana is a little bit smaller than the state of Oregon. It has a population density of 341.9 people per square mile, or 132 people per square kilometer, which is similar to Tonga. 21.2% of its land is made up of forests. The most common religion is Christianity, which is followed by 71.3% of the population, and the official language is English. It has a median age of 21.4 years, as well as a life expectancy of 70.4 years for females, and 65.2 years for males. 56.1% of the country is urban, and 43.9% is rural. Ghana has a GNI per capita of $2,230. The Republic of Guinea is a little bit smaller than the state of Oregon. It has a population density of 139.8 people per square mile, or 54 people per square kilometer, which is similar to Nicaragua. 58.1% of the nation's land is used for agriculture, and 26.5% is made up of forestry. It has a median age of 19.1 years, as well as a life expectancy of 60.3 years for females, and 58.8 years for males. 64.1% of the population is rural, and 35.9% is urban. Guinea has a GNI per capita of $1,020. The Republic of Guinea-Bissau is a bit smaller than Bhutan. 44.8% of the country's land is used for agriculture. The official language of the nation is Portuguese, and the most common religion is Islam, which is followed by 46.1% of the country's population. It has a median age of 18 years, as well as a life expectancy of 60 years for males, and 64.4 years for females. 56.6% of the population is rural, and 43.4% is urban. Guinea-Bissau has a GNI per capita of $760. The Republic of Côte d'Ivoire, or the Ivory Coast, is a little bit bigger than the state of New Mexico. It has a population density of 241.4 people per square mile, or 93.2 people per square kilometer, which is similar to East Timor. 64.8% of the country's land is agricultural, and 32.7% is made up of forests. The most common religion is Islam, which is followed by 42.9% of the population. It has a median age of 20.3 years, as well as a life expectancy of 63 years for females, and 58.6 years for males. 50.8% of the nation is urban, and 49.2% is rural. The Ivory Coast has a GNI per capita of $2,290. The Republic of Kenya is a little bit more than twice as big as the state of Nevada. It has a population density of 226 people per square mile, or 87.2 people per square kilometer, which is similar to Dominica. 48.1% of the nation is used for agriculture, and 6.1% is made up of forestry. Swahili and English are official languages in the country. It has a median age of 20 years, as well as a life expectancy of 68 years for males, and 71.4 years for females. 68.8% of the country's population is rural. 31.2% is urban. Kenya has a GNI per capita of $1,760. The Kingdom of Lesotho is a bit bigger than Armenia. It has a population density of 177.8 people per square mile, or 68.7 people per square kilometer, which is similar to Guinea-Bissau. 1.5% of the country's land is used for agriculture. The most common religion is Christianity, which makes up 96.2% of the nation's population. It has a median age of 24.7 years, as well as a life expectancy of 59.8 years for females, and 55.2 years for males. 71.8% of the country is rural, and 28.2% is urban. Lesotho has a GNI per capita of $1,100. The Republic of Liberia is a little bit bigger than Virginia. 28.1% of the country's land is used for agriculture, and 44.6% is made up of forestry. English is the official language of the nation, which is spoken by 20% of the population, and the most common religion is Christianity, which is followed by 85.6% of the country. It has a median age of 18 years, as well as a life expectancy of 62.1 years for males, and 66.5 years for females. 53.9% of the country's population is urban, and 46.1% is rural. Liberia has a GNI per capita of $530. The state of Libya is a little bit smaller than Sudan. It has a population density of 11.7 people per square mile, or 4.5 people per square kilometer, which is similar to Suriname. 8.8% of the nation is used for agriculture, and 0.1% is made up of forests. More than 90% is desert. It has a median age of 25.8 years, as well as a life expectancy of 79.5 years for females, and 74.9 years for males. 80.1% of the country's population is urban, and 19.9% is rural. Libya has a GNI per capita of $4,850. The Republic of Madagascar is a little bit less than twice as big as the state of Arizona. It has a population density of 130.8 people per square mile, or 50.5 people per square kilometer, which is similar to Fiji. 71.1% of the nation is used for agriculture, and 21.5% is made up of forests. Malagasy and English are the official languages of the the nation. And Christianity is the most common religion, which is followed by 74.4% of the population. It's a median age of 20.3 years, as well as a life expectancy of 69.6 years for females, and 66.8 years for males. 62.8% of the country is rural, and 37.2% is urban. Madagascar has a GNI per capita of $480. The Republic of Malawi is a little bit smaller than the state of Pennsylvania. It has a population density of 440.2 people per square mile, or 169.9 people per square kilometer, which is similar to Switzerland. 34% of the nation's land is made up of forests. The most common religion is Christianity, which makes up 77.3% of the population. It has a median age of 16.8 years, as well as a life expectancy of 62.4 years for males, and 67.9 years for females. 83.1% of the country is rural, and 16.9% is urban. Malawi has a GNI per capita of $580. The Republic of Mali is a little under twice as big as the state of Texas. It has a population density of 46.6 people per square mile, or 18 people per square kilometer, which is similar to Algeria. 34.1% of the country's land is used for agriculture, and 10.2% is made up of forests. The nation is landlocked. It has a median age of 16 years, as well as a life expectancy of 64.7 years for females, and 60.2 years for males. 57.6% of the nation is rural, and 42.4% is urban. Mali has a GNI per capita of $830. The Islamic Republic of Mauritania is a bit bigger than Egypt. It has a population density of 11 people per square mile, or 4.2 people per square kilometer, which is similar to Botswana. 38.5% of the nation is used for agriculture, and 0.2% is made up of forests. Arabic is the official language of the country, and Islam is the official religion. It has a median age of 21 years, as well as a life expectancy of 62.8 years for males, and 67.8 years for females. 53.7% of the country's population is urban, and 46.3% is rural. Mauritania has a GNI per capita of $1,640. The Republic of Mauritius is a bit smaller than Comoros. It has a population density of 1,593.5 people per square mile, or 615.3 people per square kilometer, which is similar to Nauru. 43.8% of the nation is used for agriculture, and 17.3% is made up of forests. English is the official language, though it is spoken by less than 1% of the country. It has a median age of 36.3 years, as well as a life expectancy of 77.3 years for females, and 70.4 years for males. 59.6% of the population is rural, and 40.4% is urban. Mauritius has a GNI per capita of $10,230. The Kingdom of Morocco is a little bit more than twice as big as the state of California. It has a population density of 230.3 people per square mile, or 88.9 people per square kilometer, which is similar to Burkina Faso. 67.5% of the nation's land is used for agriculture, and 11.5% is made up of forests. The official religion of the country is Islam, which is followed by 99% of the country. It has a median age of 29.1 years, as well as a life expectancy of 72 years for males, and 75.5 years for females. 62.5% of the nation is urban, and 37.5% is rural. Morocco has a GNI per capita of $2,980. The Republic of Mozambique is a bit more than 5 times as big as the state of Georgia. It has a population density of 105 people per square mile, or 40.6 people per square kilometer, which is similar to Zimbabwe. 56.3% of the land is used for agriculture, and 43.7% is made up of forests. The official language of the nation is Portuguese, which is spoken by 16.6% of the population. It has a median age of 17 years, as well as a life expectancy of 58.7 years for females, and 52.9 years for males. 64% of the country's population is rural, and 36% is urban. Mozambique has a GNI per capita of $460. The Republic of Namibia is about half as big as the state of Alaska. It has a population density of 8.3 people per square mile, or 3.2 people per square kilometer, which is similar to Australia. 47.2% of the nation's land is used for agriculture, and 8.8% is made up of forestry. It is a hot and dry desert climate. English is the official language, which is spoken by 2.3% of the population, and Christianity is the most common religion, which makes up 97.5% of the nation. It has a median age of 21.8 years, as well as a life expectancy of 68.5 years for females, and 64.5 years for males. 50% of the country's population is urban, and 50% is rural. Namibia has a GNI per capita of $4,520. The Republic of Niger is about twice as big as the state of Texas. It has a population density of 51.8 people per square mile, or 20 people per square kilometer, which is similar to Bhutan. 1% of the country's land is made up of forestry, and most is desert. Niger is one of the world's hottest countries. French is the official language of the nation. It has a median age of 14.8 years, as well as life expectancy of 61.7 years for females, and 58.6 years for males. 83.7% of the population is rural, and 16.3% is urban. Niger has a GNI per capita of $540. The Federal Republic of Nigeria is around twice as big as the state of California. It has a population density of 623.8 people per square mile, or 240.8 people per square kilometer, which is similar to Liechtenstein. 78% of the country's land is used for agriculture, and 9.5% is made up of forests. English is the official language of the nation. It has a median age of 18.6 years, as well as life expectancy of 59.5 years for males, and 63.3 years for females. 50.3% of the country's population is urban, and 49.7% is rural. Nigeria has a GNI per capita of $2,000. The Republic of Rwanda is a little bit smaller than the state of Maryland. It has a population density of 1,424.1 people per square mile, or 549.9 people per square kilometer, which is similar to San Marino. 18% of the country's land is made up of forests. Rwanda, French, English, and Swahili are official languages of the nation, and the most common religion is Christianity, which makes up 95.9% of the population. It has a median age of 19.7 years, as well as a life expectancy of 66.5 years for males, and 70.5 65 years for females. 65% of the country is rural. 35% is urban. Rwanda has a GNI per capita of $780. The Democratic Republic of Sao Tome and Principe is a little more than 5 times as big as Washington, D.C. It has a population density of 578.8 people per square mile, or 223.2 people per square kilometer, which is similar to Kuwait. The country was named after St. Thomas. 50.7% of the land is used for agriculture. 28.1% is made up of forestry. It has a median age of 19.3 years, as well as life expectancy of 65.4 years for males, and 68.7 years for females. 68% of the population is urban, and 32% is rural. Sao Tome and Principe has a GNI per capita of $2,070. The Republic of Senegal is a little bit smaller than the state of South Dakota. It has a population density of 240.5 people per square mile, or 92.9 people per square kilometer, which is similar to East Timor. 46.8% of the country's land is used for agriculture, and 43.8% is made up of forestry. French is the official language of the nation. It has a median age of 19.4 years, as well as life expectancy of 67.6 years for males, and 69.8 years for females. 52.8% of the population is rural, and 47.2% is urban. Senegal has a GNI per capita of $1,430. The Republic of Seychelles is a little bit bigger than Antigua and Barbuda. It has a population density of 590.1 people per square mile, or 227.6 people per square kilometer, which is similar to the Dominican Republic. 88.5% of the nation's land is made up of forestry, and 6.5% is used for agriculture. Christianity is the most common religion, which makes up 89.1% of the nation. It has a median age of 36.8 years, as well as life expectancy of 71.3 years for males, and 75.6 years for females. 56.7% of the population is urban, and 43.3% is rural. Seychelles has a GNI per capita of $12,720. The Republic of Sierra Leone is a little bit bigger than Ireland. It has a population density of 277 people per square mile, or 106.9 people per square kilometer, which is similar to Benin. 56.2% of the nation's land is agricultural, and 37.5% is made up of forests. Sierra Leone is one of the wettest places on the coast of Western Africa. It has a median age of 19.1 years, as well as life expectancy of 60.4 years for females, and 57.2 years for males. 59.1% of the country's population is rural, and 40.9% is urban. Sierra Leone has a GNI per capita of $490. The Federal Republic of Somalia is a little bit smaller than the state of Texas, and is located on the Horn of Africa. It has a population density of 60.7 people per square mile, or 23.4 people per square kilometer, which is similar to Latvia. 70.3% of its land is agricultural, and 10.6% is made up of forests. Somali and Arabic are official languages in the country. It has a median age of 18.5 years, as well as life expectancy of 53.4 years for males, and 58.1 years for females. 55% of the population is rural, and 45% is urban. Somalia has a GNI per capita of $117. The Republic of South Africa is around twice as big as the state of Texas. It has a population density of 129.6 people per square mile, or 50 people per square kilometer, which is similar to Djibouti. 7.6% of the land is made up of forests. South Africa has 11 different official languages, and Christianity is the most common religion, which is followed by 86% of the nation. It has a median age of 28 years, as well as life expectancy of 65.6 years for females, and 60 years for males. 67.4% of the country's population is urban, and 32.6% is rural. South Africa has a GNI per capita of $5,410. The Republic of South Sudan is a little bit smaller than the state of Texas. It has a population density of 59.3 people per square mile, or 22.9 people per square kilometer, which is similar to the Republic of the Congo. 45% of its land is used for agriculture, and 11.3% is made up of forestry. Up to 15% of the nation can be swamped during the rainy season, which is one of the biggest wetlands on Earth. It has a median age of 18.6 years. 80.4% of the population is rural, and 19.6% is urban. South Sudan has a GNI per capita of $373. The Republic of Sudan is a little bit bigger than Libya. The country's main source of water is the Nile River. Sudan was the largest country in Africa, prior to South Sudan becoming independent in 2011. Now Sudan ranks third in the continent. It has a median age of 18.3 years, as well as life expectancy of 64.9 years for males, and 69.5 years for females. 65.4% of the population of the country is rural, and 34.6% is urban. Sudan has a GNI per capita of $650. The United Republic of Tanzania is more than twice as big as the state of California. It has a population density of 173.7 people per square mile, or 67.1 people per square kilometer, which is similar to Guinea-Bissau. 43.7% of the nation is used for agriculture, and 37.3% is made up of forestry. The most common religion is Christianity, which is followed by 63.1% of the population. It has a median age of 18.2 years, as well as life expectancy of 63.7 years for males, and 69 years for females. 66.2% of the country is rural, and 33.8% is urban. Tanzania has a GNI per capita of $1,080. The Togolese Republic is a little bit smaller than the state of West Virginia. It has a population density of 381.8 people per square mile, or 147.4 people per square kilometer, which is similar to Kiribati. 4.9% of the nation's land is made up of forests. French is the official language of the country, and Christianity is the most common religion, which makes up 42.3% of the population. It has a median age of 20 years, as well as life expectancy of 68.8 years for males, and 74 years for females. 56.5% of the nation is rural, and 43.5% is urban. Togo has a GNI per capita of $920. The Republic of Tunisia is a little bit smaller than the state of Georgia. It has a population density of 192.5 people per square mile, or 74.3 people per square kilometer, which is similar to Greece. 64.8% of the nation's land is used for agriculture, and 6.6% is made up of forestry. It has a median age of 32.7 years, as well as life expectancy of 78.1 years for females, and 74.5 years for males. 68.9% of the country's population is urban, and 31.1% is rural. Tunisia has a GNI per per capita of $3,100. The Republic of Uganda is a little bit smaller than the state of Oregon. It has a population density of 489.5 people per square mile, or 189 people per square kilometer, which is similar to Kuwait. 14.5% of the nation is made up of forests. English and Swahili are the official languages of the country, and Christianity is the most common religion, which makes up 84.4% of the population. It has a median age of 15.7 years, as well as life expectancy of 71.3 years for females, and 66.7 years for males. 89.4% of the country is rural, and 10.6% is urban. Uganda has a GNI per capita of $800. The Republic of Zambia is a little bit smaller than the state of Texas. It has a population density of 69.4 people per square mile, or 26.8 people per square kilometer, which is similar to Somalia. 31.7% of the nation's land is used for agriculture. English is the official language, though it is only spoken by 1.7% of the population. It has a median age of 16.9 years, as well as life expectancy of 64.5 years for males, and 68.1 years for females. 56.5% of the country is rural, and 43.5% is urban. Zambia has a GNI per capita of $1,190. The Republic of Zimbabwe is a little bit bigger than the state of Montana. It has a population density of 102.5 people per square mile, or 39.6 people per square kilometer, which is similar to Mozambique. 42.5% of the land is used for agriculture, and 39.5% is made up of forests. There are 16 different official languages in the nation. It has a median age of 20.5 years, as well as life expectancy of 68 years for females, and 61.2 years for males. 67.8% of the country's population is rural, and 32.2% is urban. Zimbabwe has a GNI per capita of $1,090.